Oh, hey, everybody. I think now I am live, and welcome to the broadcast. In just less than an hour here, I'll be wrapping up and joining the crew at murkwav for their live set tonight. They're going to throw down. Let me share my screen here with you, and I'll show you where they're going to be so we can make sure to hit that. At least that's what I'm doing. So this is going to be at... Let's get over to here, twitch.tv/murkwav, and hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I've actually only read it before and I never heard them say it. So they are a talented group of artists, producers, DJs. So I'm excited to listen to them. I also want to pitch a 21-day program that I'll be starting. If you hit slackassist.com, you'll just see the logo at www.slackassist.com. Takes you to a place where you can learn more about working with me. So this abundance challenge has been amazing. I've been actually doing it with another group and then started my own group. And now I'm just inspired to share it along with what I have to offer. Like, we all have something special that we can bring to the table. Our life experience is nobody else's life experience. And so we have the opportunity to share what we've learned in life with others when we put ourselves out there. And this 21-day abundance group challenge, I'll be starting on April 1st, no joke. And I'm going to allow 20 people in because I want to be able to work with each one of them on a personal, individual basis. And more than 20 would definitely get out of control potentially. And maybe I'll get better at it and I'll be able to add more people. But please join me. Seats are filling up. It's all online. It's all virtual. It's mostly email and group chat communication. And so it's free, completely free. And you can read more about it here on the website and schedule what we're doing here. There's only actually one day you can schedule because I'm kicking it off at 9 o'clock Wednesday, April 1st. You don't have to watch it live. I'll send you a link to the video just to kick it off so you know more about what to expect. In fact, as you sign up, I'll send you something about how to prepare for this opportunity to learn and grow. And it's definitely an opportunity to, I just touched my face. I am here in the room alone, and I'm going to sanitize everything. So it's been an interesting week, hasn't it? I'll get the music and the book reading live mix going here in a second. But yeah, you'll be challenged. Like, this will may potentially push up against your comfort zones, and isn't that what we're doing right now? It's a beautiful thing.
You see, mystery is an intellectual process.
Check out the podcast again if you haven't subscribed. It's Self-Love Uncut, available on all the platforms. And tonight, again, we're going to get to here right now the Tao Te Ching, and I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly. But the one I am mixing to music is this version, Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, an English version by Ursula K. Le Guin. And so let's get to it.
The way you can go isn't the real way. The name you can say isn't the real name. Heaven and earth begin in the unnamed. Name's the mother of the 10,000 things. So the unwanting soul sees what's hidden, and the ever-wanting soul sees only what it wants. Two things, one origin, but different in name, whose identity is mystery. Mystery of all mysteries. The door to the hidden. Soul food. Everybody on earth knowing that beauty is beautiful makes ugliness. Everybody knowing that goodness is good makes wickedness. For being and non-being arise together. Hard and easy complete each other. Long and short shape each other. High and low depend on each other. Note and voice make the music together. Before and after follow each other. That's why the wise soul does without doing, teaches without talking. The things of this world exist. They are. You can't refuse them. To bear and not to own. To act and not lay claim. To do the work and let it go. For just letting it go is what makes it stay. Hushing. Not praising the praiseworthy keeps people uncompetitive. Not prizing rare treasures keeps people from stealing. Not looking at the desirable keeps the mind quiet. So the wise soul governing people would empty their minds, fill their bellies, weaken their wishes, strengthen their bones, keep people unknowing, unwanted, keep the ones who do know from doing anything. When you do not doing, nothing's out of order. Sourceless. The way is empty, used but not used up. Deep, yes, ancestral to the 10,000 things. Blunting edge, loosing bond, dimming light. The way is the dust of the way. Quiet, yes, and likely to endure. Whose child, born before the gods? Useful emptiness. Heaven and earth are not humane. To them, the 10,000 things are straw dogs. Wise souls are not humane. To them, the 100 families are straw dogs. Heaven and earth act as a bellows, empty yet structured. It moves, inexhaustibly giving. What is complete? The valley spirit never died. Call it the mystery, the woman. The mystery, the door of the woman, is the root of earth and heaven. Forever this endures, forever. And all its uses are easy. Dim brightness. Heaven will last, earth will endure. How can they last so long? They don't exist for themselves, and so can go on. So wise souls, leaving self behind, move forward, and setting self aside, stay centered. Why let the self go? To keep what the soul needs. Easy by nature, by nature, by nature. True goodness is like water. Water's good for everything, for everything. It doesn't compete. It goes right to the low, loathsome places, and so finds the way. For a house, the good thing is level ground. In thinking, depth is good. The good of giving is magnanimity. Of speaking, honesty. Of government, order. The good of work is skill. And of action, timing. No competition. Being quiet. brim fill the bowl, it'll spill over. Keep sharpening the blade, you'll soon blunt it. Nobody can protect a house full of gold and jade. Wealth, status, pride are their own ruin. To do good, work well, and lie low is the way of blessing. Techniques. Can you keep your soul in its body? Hold fast to the one, and so learn to be whole. Can you center your energy and be soft, tender, and so learn to be a baby? Can you keep the deep water still and clear so it reflects without blurring? Can you love people and run things and do so by not doing? Opening, closing the gate of heaven. Can you be like a bird with her nestlings, piercing bright through the cosmos? Can you know by not knowing? To give birth, to nourish, to bear and not to own, to act and not lay claim, to lead and not to rule. This is mysterious power. The uses of not. 30 spokes meet in the hub. Where the wheel isn't is where it's useful. Hollowed out, clay makes a pot. Where the pot's not is where it's useful. Cut doors and windows to make a room. Where the room isn't, there's room for you. So the profit in what is in the use of what isn't. Not one. The 5 colors blind our eyes. The 5 notes deafen our ears. The 5 flavors dull our taste. Racing, chasing, hunting drives people crazy. Trying to get rich ties people in knots. So the wise soul watches with the inner, not the outward eye. Letting that go, that be this. Shameless. To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. To take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. What does that mean? To be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. Favor debases. We fear to lose it, fear to win it. So to be in favor or disgrace is to live in fear. What does that mean? To take the body seriously is to admit one can suffer. I suffer because I'm a body. If I weren't a body, how could I suffer? So, people who set their bodily good before the public good could be entrusted with the commonwealth. And people who treated the body politic as gently as their own body would be worthy to govern the commonwealth. Celebrating mystery. Look at it. Nothing to see. Call it colorless. Listen to it. Nothing to hear. Call it soundless. Reach for it. Nothing to hold. Call it intangible. Triply undifferentiated. It merges into oneness. Not bright above, not dark below. Never. Oh, never can it be named. It reverts. It returns to unbeing. Call it the form of the unformed, the image of no image. Call it unthinkable thought. Face it, no face. Follow it, no end. Holding fast to the old way, we can live in the present. Mindful of the ancient beginnings, we hold the thread of the Tao. People of power. Once upon a time, people who knew the way were subtle, spiritual, mysterious, penetrating, unfathomable. Since they're inexplicable, I can only say what they seemed like. Cautious, oh yes, as if wading through a winter river. Alert, as if afraid of the neighbors. Polite and quiet, like house guests. Elusive, like melting ice. Blank, like uncut wood. Empty, like valley. Mysterious, oh yes, they were like troubled water. Who can by stillness, little by little, make what's troubled grow clear? Who can by movement, little by little, make what's still grow quick? To follow the way is not to need fulfillment. Unfulfilled one may live on, needing no renewal. Returning to the root. Be completely empty. Be perfectly serene. The 10,000 things arise together. In their arising is their return. Now they flower, and flowering sink homeward, returning to the root. The return to the root is peace. Peace to accept what must be, to know what endures. In that knowledge is wisdom. Without it, ruin, disorder. To know what endures is to be open-hearted, magnanimous, regal, blessed, following the Tao, the way that endures forever. The body comes to its ending, but there is nothing to fear. Acting simply. True leaders are hardly known to their followers. Next after them are the leaders the people know and admire. After them, those they fear. After them, those they despise. To give no trust is to get no trust. When the work's done right, with no fuss or boasting, ordinary people say, "Oh, we did it." Second best. In the degradation of the great way come benevolence and righteousness. With the exaltation of learning and prudence comes immense hypocrisy. The disordered family is full of dutiful children and parents. The disordered society is full of loyal patriots. Raw silk and uncut wood. Stop being holy. Forget being prudent. It'll be 100 times better for everyone. Stop being altruistic. Forget being righteous. People will remember what family feeling is. Stop planning. Forget making a profit. There won't be any thieves, robbers. But even these 3 rules needn't be followed. What works reliably is to know the raw silk, hold the uncut wood, need little, want less, forget the rules, be untroubled. Being different. How much difference between yes and no? What difference between good and bad? What the people fear must be feared. Oh, desolation, not yet has it reached its limit. Everybody's cheerful as if at a party or climbing a tower in springtime. And here I sit, unmoved, clueless, like a child, a baby too young to smile. Forlorn, like a homeless person. Most people have plenty. I'm the one that's poor, a fool right through. Ignorant. Most people are so bright. I'm the one that's dull. Most people are so keen. I don't have the answers. Oh, I'm desolate, at sea, adrift, without harbor. Everybody has something to do. I'm the clumsy one, out of place. I'm the different one. For my food is the milk of the mother. The empty heart. The greatest power is the gift of following the way alone. How the way does things is hard to grasp, elusive, yes, hard to grasp, yet there are thoughts in it. Hard to grasp, yes, elusive, yet there are things in it. Hard to make out, yes, and obscure, yet there is spirit, veritable spirit. There is certainty in it. From long ago till now, it's kept its name. So it saw the beginning of everything. How do I know anything about the beginning? By this. Growing downward. Be broken to be whole. Twist to be straight. Be empty to be full. Wear out to be renewed. Have little and gain much. Have much and get confused. So wise souls hold to the one and test all things against it. Not showing themselves, they shine forth. Not justifying themselves, they're self-evident. Not praising themselves, they're accomplished. not competing. They have in all the world no competitor. What they used to say in the old days, be broken to be whole, was that mistaken? Truly, to be whole is to return. Nothing and not. Nature doesn't make long speeches. A whirlwind doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Who makes the wind and rain? Heaven and earth do. If heaven and earth don't go on and on, certainly people don't need to. The people who work with Tao are Tao people. They belong to the way. People who work with power belong to power. People who work with loss belong to what's lost. Give yourself to the way, and you'll be at home on the way. Give yourself to power, and you'll be at home in power. Give yourself to loss, and when you're lost, you'll be at home. To give no trust is to get no trust. Proportion. You can't keep standing on tiptoe or walk in leaps and bounds. You can't shine by showing off or get ahead by pushing. Self-satisfied people do no good. Self-promoters never grow up. Such stuff is to the Tao as garbage is to food or a tumor to the body. Hateful. The follower of the way avoids it. Imagining mystery. There is something that contains everything. Before heaven and earth, it is. Oh, it's still unbodied, all on its own, unchanging, all pervading, ever moving. So it can act as the mother of all things. Not knowing its real name, we only call it the way. If it must be named, let its name be great. Greatness means going on. Going on means going far. And going far means turning back. So they say the way is great, heaven is great, earth is great, and humankind is great. 4 greatnesses in the world, and humanity is one of them. People follow earth. Earth follows heaven. Heaven follows the way. The way follows what is. Power of the heavy. Heavy is the root of light. Still is the master of masters. So wise souls make their daily march with the heavy baggage wagon. Only when safe in a solid, quiet house do they lay care aside. How can a lord of 10,000 chariots let his own person weigh less in the balance than his land? Lightness will lose him his foundation. Movement will lose him his mastery. Skill. Good walkers leave no track. Good talkers don't stammer. Good counters don't use their fingers. The best doors unlocked and unopened The best knot's not in a rope and can't be untied. So wise souls are good at caring for people, never turning their back on anyone. They're good at looking after things, never turning their back on anything. There's a light hidden here. Good people teach people who aren't good yet. The less good are the makings of the good. Anyone who doesn't respect a teacher or cherish a student may be clever, but has gone astray. There's a deep mystery here.
And you see all this flashing blue light. And you see all this flashing blue light.
keeps people ancestral not crazy, keeps people away
Thanks for joining, everybody. Thank you. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be doing more of that reading live mix style with that book and others. Just helping me be as aware as I possibly can be. The key is to continue to start every day. Every day we start again, and recognizing the cycles that we're not aware of. And when we're not aware of something that's controlling us, that we're a part of, then we are not conscious, and conscious choice is the goal. And it can be the goal. It doesn't have to be. It's very beautiful. So I am now going to switch over to murkwav. Looking really forward to continuing the party. And I know they always bring a beautiful, beautiful vibe to everything that they're doing. They're very intentional, and you can definitely feel their energy in the universe. So I'm looking forward to that right now. Hope you'll join me there and support your local artists, especially right now. We're all coming up with new ways to put ourselves out there, and it takes a lot of courage to do this. We're all starting today where we're at. We're all learning and growing. And actually, I love to watch the process. And so hopefully you're enjoying watching this process of me learning and growing as well. We'll leave it at that. Thank you again, and we'll see you over at murkwav.